Yes, people, and there you have it. First of all, Merry Christmas to each and everyone who's actually going to come across this video. So where do you begin from? Let's basically dissect this thing from the top. Okay. So first things first, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 5, and I think this is one of the best games so far for me personally, by the of the for me, as far as the season is concerned, because we've been having a rough time as Arsenal fans. We've been really having a rough time, and early Christmas, I think I was saying during the watch along, I know it's Christmas, and I know as Arsenal fans, especially, we've been known for giving gifts, yeah. But today, man, we're the ones who are basically collecting the gifts. What a performance! Beautiful performance, and man, where do you begin from? Where do you begin from? So first things first. The first half, for a moment, actually, I felt like okay, then this is just my own personal thoughts from what I was observing. For a moment, I actually felt like the first half when he scored the first goal, and then Mateta or Sa scored the second goal. I felt like somehow our defense was a bit shaky. Saliba kept on uh, making mistakes, yeah. So I mean, in fact, if I'm not wrong, by then Mateta ought to have scored. If not for Raya, by then, for me, guys might think Jesus is the man of the match, but for me personally, man, David Raya is my man of the match. That save by David Raya. If Crystal Palace scored that goal, if Mateta scored that goal, we would have been having a different conversation. Because I'm telling you, for a moment, man, those guys, their tails were up. Mateta, Sa, their tails were up, and for a moment, the attack was really giving our defense. We kept on making some silly mistakes. Saliba caught napping, Gabriel caught napping. But the good thing is, immediately, that's one thing about Arsenal is, if you want to play this kind of attacking football, just be ready, by there, for a high scoring kind of goal. Yeah. So I mean, these guys, they kept on attacking but forgot to defend. So fortunately for us, our attack was also today, for the first time, we played some good attacking football. Our attackers today, Martinelli, Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, man, should have scored a hat trick. Should have scored a hat trick, by the way. Uh, I'm really happy for this guy. I just hope he replicates the same thing for the next coming games. I think we have Ipswich next. We have there's Brentford, there's Brighton, if I'm not wrong. I mean, those are teams, very unpredictable teams. We haven't really played Ipswich Town in being there. They just basically got back in the Premier League. But for Brentford, Brighton, those are teams that are quite unpredictable. Yeah. So the second half, I think, immediately you score those two goals. I think that's when it completely nullified these guys. Somehow they were confused. Uh, the coach made some changes, but all in all, it was a good game, very good game. Quite impressed with it. The only downer with today's game was that Bukayo Saka injury. I don't know how long that. What usually happens, we still don't have information about the extent of the injury. Hope it's nothing serious, but I'll tell you this: whenever I see a player go directly to the tunnel, it's usually worrying. It's usually worrying. But anyway, wait and see. Martinelli. I think for a moment I was actually having a debate with Kwame about Martinelli. And let me say this. For me, I'm still going to stick with Martinelli. Of course, I know that at times it pisses people off, makes some silly mistakes, becomes very unpredictable. But today's game proved one thing for me. I don't think it's a Martinelli issue. I think it's a coaching staff issue. They need to basically find a way of getting the best out of Martinelli. Guys quickly forget two seasons ago, Martinelli was one of our best attackers. That's what guys quickly forget. 2 seasons ago, when he still had Xhaka, before Xhaka left, Martinelli was one of our best attackers. And today, being immediately Saka got an injury, Mikel Arteta switched him to the right side, and him playing on that right side, I was actually quite impressed with Martinelli. Yeah, got a goal as well. Yeah, and the funny thing is, actually, Karan was telling me in the comment section, despite the fact of him having a poor form, he has like how many goals? He has a total of 5 goals. I think 3 goals in the Premier League and 2 goals in other competitions. So there's definitely a footballer in Martinelli. So I think the coaching staff, they are basically need to find a way of just getting the best out of him. Yeah, because there's definitely a player with definitely a player in Martinelli. So David Dreyer, anyway, let me just talk about this players. David Dreyer, my man of the match, some good couple of saves. Uh, Saliba had an okay game, but made some silly mistakes, especially in the first half. Gabriel also made no, Gabriel is okay. Gabriel is okay. Should have scored a goal as well. I mean, that header man hit the post. Anyway, Julian Timber, solid as a rock, man. That guy, his best playing position, but this is the right back. Just keep that guy the right back. Don't try Mikel Arteta. Don't try these things of putting him in the center back, putting him in the left back. His best playing position is the right back. Yeah. So Lewis Kelly, my boy, man. That guy. That one thing that really impresses me. That guy is the confidence in that boy. He refused to be completely bullied. Mateta kept on harassing him, throwing, basically just throwing his hands on him. But that boy refused to be bullied. And there's definitely, the future is bright. The future is only bright. The future can only be bright. Odegaard doing his thing as always. Partey in the midfield. What a performance by Partey. Havertz scored a goal. He was also okay, by the way. But I think what completely changed that midfield is the coming in of Declan Rice. Immediately he was subbed, Havertz was subbed for Declan Rice. I was quite impressed with him. That sub of Califiori, but I'm really surprised that what's the Crystal Palace player name? That tackle, that was a very bad tackle. I'm really surprised that he actually didn't get a that's supposed to be a straight red card. The guy basically just took his boot directly to Califiori's ankle. I mean, that was such a dangerous play. That was so dangerous. So Califiori also had an okay game. Go to our forwards, Bukayo Saka. Really can't say much because he came off early days. Martinelli, quite impressed with him today. Jesus, those 2 goals, should have scored a hat trick. Those 2 goals, I mean, that should be a confidence booster. Just replicate the same moving forward. Yeah. Am I forgetting anybody? Trossard. My honest opinion, kept losing balls, misplaced passes at some point, but had an okay game. Generally, I think we had an okay game. Mikel Arteta, good decisions. His decisions today were spot on, and yeah, and that's it, man. So currently, we're now sitting third in the Premier League. One of the most unfortunate thing is it's not in our hands. We basically now have to depend on what other teams are going to do. So hopefully we pray and hope that Liverpool is going to draw points tomorrow. And also Chelsea to draw points, yeah. So 3 points behind 3 points behind Liverpool, 1 point behind Chelsea. Boys, we move to the next one. Keep believing. I'll be seeing you then. Come on, you Gunners.